Step inside the abandoned asylums where echoes of the past still haunt. We present to you the haunting of asylums in this terrifying video compilation. This student Michael was a receiver of a ghostly phone call. What do you think the ghost that tried to be his roommate really wanted with him?
To the party, they didn't bother going back to the dorm. At some point during the party, while the two friends had separated to mingle with other friends and acquaintances, Michael's phone began to ring. It was from Steve's number. He picked up and heard Steve's voice on the other end, covered by a mask of static. Even in the loud party, he could distinguish the voice of his roommate saying, "Come back to the room." Then the call ended. With that, Michael left the party and Ubered back to the campus dorms, trying to call Steve back and text him, but he wasn't getting any responses. When Michael got back to the dorm room, he didn't find Steve inside. Strangely though, he did find Steve's phone sitting on his bed. Upon checking the notifications on the screen, Michael saw the notifications of all his texts and calls on the screen. It wasn't until an hour later that Steve returned to the room looking for Michael after hearing that he left. And this was when he told Michael that he never called him and that he never had his phone. What made this even stranger was that Steve's phone had no record of making a call to Michael, yet Michael's phone had a record of receiving a call and having a 15-second conversation. The phone company wasn't able to trace a call from Steve inside, and nobody was found hiding in their dorm room or anything like that.
Is this just the suit, or is that truly the body of a headless body? You decide.
Awalnya wanita ini tak menyadari ada yang aneh dalam videonya. Dirinya menyadari setelah salah satu followers memberitahunya. Terekam dengan sangat jelas, di belakangnya terdapat penampakan sosok yang terlihat seperti perawat, namun aneh dan mengerikannya, perawat tersebut tampak tak memiliki kepala.
When a team goes to the site of a car crash that happened years ago to take pictures of the place, they meet what they were naturally not expecting.
But everybody else in the editing department, including the manager and other people who worked there, everybody saw the face of a child in those images. It came from nowhere. Sometimes you must see it to believe it. But I believe something is there. I know what I saw. My image showed the face of a child.
This face is really quite chilling because you can distinguish features and they look young. We can see eyes, we can see nose, we can see mouth and even hair, but it's a very small head.
This is classic roadside ghost creepy. We have a spot on a road that is known for car accidents.
Okay, brace yourself. These ghost videos of children playing with imaginary friends might really blow your mind. This is the story of the Serbian lady and what happens if you see her doing her dance and she spots you.
Ходит около домов, танцует, если она видит человека, она начинает бежать за ним с ножом. Я сейчас посмотрела в окно.
I think you've all heard of the Serbian lady, that strange old lady who comes to you to do her dance. And if you ever interrupt her, God only knows what will happen to you. I don't know why such things exist. I don't know why there are so many of them. And I don't know why all the videos about the Serbian lady don't come from the same country, unless that old lady knows how to teleport. But in any case, there are some fairly similar elements in all these videos. It's that whenever we see a lady of this type dancing, she's always alone. And when she notices that someone was watching or filming her, she goes after that person, and then you already know the rest. If I have any advice to give you, whatever happens, if you spot an old lady dancing in that strange way, run away.
This is one of the scariest things caught on a live broadcast. This clip, when it was first recorded, seemed pretty normal. But then it had all locals of the area calling the broadcasting station after.
Them were left totally creeped out after watching this broadcast. Apparently, something strange was captured. The segment in question starts off with footage of a school playground that appears to be completely devoid of any children.
Ni los juegos infantiles se salvaron de la furia de la naturaleza. Los columpios sube y baja quedaron flotando en el agua emposada.
Now the reporter makes it clear that the site has been abandoned as heavy rains have flooded the area. The segment then shows more footage of other sites that have also been left behind. But one clip in particular has left many viewers feeling a bit weird. In fact, they were left feeling beyond spooked upon noticing something strange in the recording. The news reporter is visiting a section of the town known as Santo Domingo when out of nowhere, this happens.
Desde el asentamiento humano Santo Domingo, Comité 6, mira la escalera, ¿cómo podría bajar aquí una persona, un anciano? Los niños, ¿cómo podrían bajar? Mira.
As the camera pans over to the base of the stairs, a strange figure can be seen. It's hard to make out what exactly is being seen here, but it's clear that someone or something is there. This mysterious figure moves in such a way as though struggling to get a grip on the staircase. Residents of the town no doubt believe that this may have been the ghost of a victim who was claimed by this natural disaster, but it's still a mystery as to who or even what this might have been. Now it's worth noting that the reporter didn't notice the figure while filming, which has led viewers to believe that something supernatural was captured. But as always, you be the judge.
While this man was playing with his son, a creature suddenly appeared to be watching them from a distance. It is what is called a skinwalker. Watch on to know all there is to know about skinwalkers and if your dog just might be one.
He's taken the form of a dog.
No!
Let me see. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog.
Fortunately, this woman knows her dog well and didn't make the mistake. So you're probably wondering where these things come from. They come from Navajo culture and are malevolent spirits that can metamorphose, take over, or take on the appearance of an animal or a person in order to deceive and manipulate us. Like here, for example. In this video, we see a skinwalker who has taken on the form of a man.
Oh, hey neighbor. Is it hot in here, or is it just a little cooler?
Most of the time, they hang around at night and near places where there are forests, and their presence is very often accompanied by a blood-curdling scream. Like this one, for example. And so fun fact, not fun at all. In fact, skinwalkers are basically wizards who've killed their loved ones. Subscribe and tell me things I should make a video about.
Jinns are wicked creatures that target the scared and uncourageous. They like to prey on people's minds when they think they are least expecting it. Watch on to learn more about jinns.
They're smart, and they love manipulate and scare humans. You can easily recognize them by their charming voices. Like here, for example. Fortunately, the person filming was reciting prayers at the same time, which is probably what kept the jinn at a distance. And that's not all, because jinns are literally cheaters. They can take on many different forms, including animal, human, and even object. So basically, if you've become their target, you can't escape them, as in this video.
Assalamualaikum. Ini apa, guys?
Here, the lady's dog is already inside. And so, here, it's a dog she doesn't know. But there's another way of looking at it. What if the dog is the one outside, trying to warn her mistress that what's inside isn't a dog? Alright, let's play it down a bit. Jinn aren't all bad. Some even have your best interests at heart. By the way, the term jinn is a general one, because the malevolent jinn are better known by the sweet name of Chayatin. And they basically work under the orders of Iblis. And Iblis, it's Satan.
This young boy goes on a camping trip with his truck and stops deep in the woods to pass the night. He experiences something that scares him witless.
His first night there, he was woken up to sounds outside. As he continued listening, he realized they were footprints, and from the pattern assumed it was a person. He grabbed his nearby GoPro and started filming.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now. And it's like pitch black outside. And like, this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see. No one was on that road. Wait, he's touching my truck. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally walking. He's literally walking from my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I can never get scared from wherever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now. He's literally peeking through the door right now.
Whoever was out there knocks on the truck and tries the door handles, all while Noah sits inside, forced to just listen to it happen. Fortunately, he had his doors locked, so no one could get inside. After multiple minutes, footsteps are finally heard leaving. When it got light outside, Noah drove back to the road and back home. Later that morning, he found handprints all over his truck, specifically on his back window from someone trying to see inside, and a lot on his door handles from someone trying to get inside.
Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result. So
for someone to even have been out there in the first place at that time of night is extremely odd. And it couldn't have been a police officer or anything because no one identified themselves. The person didn't even have a light, and this was in the middle of a pitch-black forest. No one ever posted an update on the situation, suggesting that he never found out who was outside his truck that night.
Do you know the Slender Man, or the story about him? He's said to be very tall and really slender, and once you see him and your eyes meet, you just might not live to tell the tale. This man and his son had the chance to escape after seeing him though.
Or even in your own home, like in this video. Have you seen that? And I have an advice for you. Be very careful, and don't stare at it for too long.
This concludes our eerie exploration for today. If you want more ghostly thrills, hit that subscribe button and be ready for our next encounter with the unknown.